It is a very particularly difficult issue to really address. When you begin to address the nature of recessions, you have to look at a lot of characteristics. Recessions are typically associated with negative changes in certain macroeconomic variables. For example, income goes down, sometimes you may have some inflation, employment goes down, etc., etc., etc. So you would have to systematically take a particular set of economic variables and analyze them. The duration of the recession is one single factor, but you do not measure the severity of a recession simply by the amount of time it lasted. I referred to something earlier, and he said that in the 1990 to 92 recession, the unemployment profile was different. You had that unemployment which is much as 24 or 25%, something in that ballpark. For this recession so far, the official statistics say that unemployment has not brought past 11%. Now, if for some reason the recession continues until the end of next year, a recession shot up to unemployment shot up to 20% or 24%, then we can assess it. But at this stage, I don't think I would go on to attempt to say conclusively that it is the worst that we've experienced. And bear in mind that the industrialized countries are going to use a similar approach to assess theirs. So that when you have comparisons of the British inflation in 1980 and the one in 1990 to 92, it's not the one in 1980, but far more people lost their jobs than in this one. And then it also depends on hindsight, with how long it takes people to recover the jobs after they've lost jobs. So it's not a straightforward case to say A, B, C, D based on the particular set of facts as they evolve right now.
I haven't asked myself. So you're batting, and you learn that the opposing team is bringing on their fastest bowler in the world at the time. Do you give up or you redouble your efforts? That's the issue. Yes, it is a tough recession. It's a recession focused on the Anglo-Saxon economies, which are also economies we rely on for our tourism. It's a recession that's hit the financial sector, and the financial sector is an important sector for our corporate tax revenues. 60% of Barbadian corporate tax revenues come from the international business sector. So yes, it is tough, but that is not a reason to surrender. That is a reason to redouble your efforts. If you picked 10 major infrastructure projects, not one the Four Seasons, and you nudged those 10 into action, and you brought 60 million times 10 into the country, you helped your balance of payments problem, you helped your employment problem. There are things we can do, but it is certainly difficult, and we shouldn't say it was easy. It is difficult, but to me, difficult means try doubly hard, triply hard, work overtime, experiment, try new things, be innovative, not to surrender and go home.
Question to Clyde Masco. Clyde, you mentioned social services being unsustainable. You also made reference to the fact that we are not following best practice. Can you tell us, in your opinion, what could have been a better strategy used in terms of financial policy by the government? And if so, given the fact that the Prime Minister said that Barbados is a society and not just an economy, do you think that there could have been better economic policies pursued rather than the ones currently being pursued?
Yeah. Well, that's a very good question. From the inception, this government wanted to walk away from the issues of economics. So it gave the impression that you do not need to have a good economy to deliver social goods and services. It is actually a deliberate strategy, because if you recognize that you don't spend well, what you will try to do is to score as quickly as you can after you do well. So these fellows recognize that early. So what they do is why there's no correlation at all between a healthy economy and the ability to provide social goods and services. Now that is a complete contradiction to what my command said about, and I don't see it enough to a political thing. This is a discussion about our history. You can only provide social goods and services if you have the ability to finance those things. There is a deeper here though, and it has to do with our limited resources, even as it relates to land. How do we utilize our land? In which 1/8 of it is in the Zone 1 area for water purposes, 1/7 is in the Scotland district, so therefore about 21% of Babbitt's land is either trapped in Zone 1 or in the Scotland district. Now that puts a limit on our capacity to deliver even in terms of certain social provisions like housing. That therefore increases the cost of the other land because of the limit. Now what I'm saying to you, I make that point to say this, that in terms of our social provisions going forward, whether it is in the area of education, health, water, garbage, solid waste, the key solution to our capacity to provide in the future is going to be the use of technology. The key to providing more in health is going to be in the area of technology. The key in water resource is going to be in the area of technology. The key to dealing with garbage is going to be in the area of technology. So that the issue going forward is going to be our capacity to change even our educational system to understand the needs of the future Barbados economy. It really does present an exciting period for those who want to be involved in the political process. It's not all bad in politics. It is not only about being scandal or somebody saying that you have stolen money or that you've sold houses that you don't have. There is an intellectual pursuit in politics that is capable of lifting you up because there is no other area in life that allows you to make as great a contact with your fellow people than in the delivery of political service. You understand? There's no other area in this small society that can do it. So there's a journey for us that is extremely exciting that you could join and become part of.